Special member request, we have Loathe, Is It Really You? Guitar tabs and guitar lesson. Standard tuning 6-string method. I'm going to play all the parts right at the beginning here. After that, I'll go back through and give a full explanation for it. Please hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to let me know you like this video and want to see more stuff by Loathe. And now let's give it a try. Okay, so once again, this is a 6-string standard tuning interpretation for this song. So we're just sticking with EAD, GBE, and this initial synth intro section, we'll bust it up into 2 parts here. Just kind of a real muted, interesting sounding synth vibe here. It starts with this chord here, which is basically like a D flat with the a minor 7, and I added A flat bass note here. So basically we're doing 4 on the E and A, do a 6D and a 4G, And it just kind of comes into this chord, like it swells into it. All right, kind of an interesting vibe there. And holds that for a moment, shifts down to this G flat, F sharp here at the 2E, and we kind of pick through this. We'll drop down and we'll do, after hitting that 2 on the E, we'll hit the octave at the 4D, and okay, we want this 2 on the G under it, and then we'll come over and hit this suspended second here at the 6D. And if that's too much of a stretch, you can just go from the 2G to a 1G if you don't mind losing kind of the notes ringing over the top. Okay, I kind of like to keep the bass notes ringing on it, so I like to just do the 6D there. Alright, and then we shift it down again chromatically. We're at the 1 for the F on the 1E here. Hit that, then we'll hit the 1G, go 4G to 2. Then we come up to this A sus vibe here. Hit the open A string, then we do a 2G, 2B to 4G. Hold that for just a moment, and then do the 1 on the G. Okay, hold that for a moment, and then we'll come up and hit an open high E. Okay, hold that momentarily, and then we do the scale down. At the G, we go 2, 1, go 2D to 4A. And that kind of leads us into our F sharp, just kind of power chord, the 2E, 4 on the A and D. Hold that, and then we bump up to this big compounded D sus vibe. So 5A with the added 5 on the E, and then we go 7, D and G, 5B. Back to our F sharp power chord at the 2 and 4s. Move down to bass note at the 1E. And with this, we hit the bass note, and then we kind of get this little scaling here with the synth where it just does this quick. On the B string, we go 3, 2, and then 2G. Do that a couple times. Leads us into the next section here, which now we just come up to this big arpeggio at the A major here. So just 5E, 7A, 7D, 6G, 5B. Back up to the 7D. Leads us to our very first chord, that compounded D flat here at the 4A and E with the 6D, 4G. Hold that just a moment, and then we'll pick 6G, 6D. We'll pick up notes into that F sharp that we did earlier. With the 2E, we do the 4D, then that 2G, and the 6D, or 1G if you prefer. Alright, same chromatic scale down here with that scale we did earlier at the first fret, E, and then the 1G, 4, 2. Okay, back off to an open A, but here we'll do a little bit of a different scale. We'll do the open A, then we'll kind of just quarter note here, go 2G, 4, 2B, 4 high E, and then we go 5, 4 open on the E. And then back to our compounded D sus here at the 5E and A, 7D and G, 5B. Back to our F sharp power chord. And then this interesting D flat vibe here where we go 4 on the A, 3 on the D, 2 on the G and B. Alright, now the heavy stuff comes in, and we kind of just start right into the chorus progression. Starts off with this A suspended second, so open A, 2 on the D, 4 G, and we're just strumming just right on beat here, like 8th note style. Alright, and basically we just change the bass note to the 4 on the A, makes it C sharp minor 7, keep that 2D, 4G. Okay, move to our F sharp suspended second from the original section, the first section. So 2E, 4A, 6D. Alright, and from there, move it down to just an F. So just bar the 1 there, 3 on the E, 3 on the A and D, 2 on the G. And that chord, we just kind of split the measure where we go, handful of strums there, and then just lift off the 2 to 1 on the G to make it an F minor. And for the first verse there, we get some synth arpeggios there initially, and it's just picking through voicings of the chords. Just really 2 that we need to mess with. Little difference here and there. The first time through, we go open A, 2D, 4G to 1, and then we hit the 2G and hold that a moment. Okay, move to our F sharp position now. All right, so we go 2E, 4A, 2D to 6D. Then we hit our 2G. Kind of start over now, but instead of landing on that 2G, we just land on 2B. And then just finish the same with the F sharp. All right, the verse guitar comes in, gets a little busy here. Starts off just hitting a couple back and forth notes here with the A to the F sharp. So we do the open A and then hit an open high E. And then we pick through our F sharp here with the minor sound here. We go 2E, 2B, 2G. Just bounce between those 2. Okay, a couple times. And then we start doing these quick arpeggios here. The initial one, we're picking through this D vibe now, and it's D, open D, then 2G, 2B. I just pick right through that about 4 times. All right, switch the bass note to the B at the 2A. We'll hit an open high E to 2G. Back off to that open D, 2G, 2B. And then we kind of stick in that same area with the changing the bass note. We started at E, so 2D, hit the open high E, back to the 2G, 2D. Okay. And then basically we pick through it again, but we just switch that 2D to a 4D now. Okay, back off to the 2. Right, and then we essentially repeat those initial first 3 quick arpeggios, the open D, 2G, 2B, then switch to the 2A with the open high E, 2G, back to the open D, 2G, 2B. Just repeat that section again. And after we go through that, we kind of hold on that final arpeggio, the open D, 2G, 2B. We hold that on about twice as long. And then we cap it all off by doing this F note here at the 3D, and then we'll pick down 2B, 4E, and then just switch to 2G, 2B, 5 on the high E. For the chorus, we kind of keep that second guitar doing the interesting arpeggio stuff over the top of it, and it's just going back and forth quickly from a 2G open B, just carrying that out about 4 times, 4 measures worth, and then we switch to just 2G, 2B. All right, back off to the 2G open B. And then we just switch to 1E, 2B. All right, just kind of hitting a couple notes and letting it ring slightly and just doing that a couple times. Shift it to 2E, 2B. Okay, kind of an offbeat vibe. And switch off to now, almost starting over, but we're just doing a different spot now. We go 2B, open high E. Back to our 2 and 2 on the B and G. Now we move to 2G, 1B. All right, and now keep that 2G with the 3B. And then just shift it down now to 1G, 2B. All right, and then we kind of hit like this chord just by itself to get us back into the verse pattern. it's this interesting A here, like a major vibe. And open A, 2D, 1D. Just let that ring. For the bridge, we do first fret on the E, and it's a bit of a stretcher. Interesting chord. We do the F here at the 1E, and we have a 4 on the A. We do 1, 2, 3 with that, make the 4 a 5, and if that's too much of a stretch for you, you can just kind of hit the open D instead. I can make it work, so I just like to keep the 4 to 5 like that. It's up to you. I like this version because it leads us right into our next spot where we keep that 5A, we change the E to a 2, strum that 3 times, and then make the 5A a couple 4s. Alright, now we come up to open A, a few 6s on the D to a couple 4s, and then land on that F sharp power chord with the 2 and 4s. Strum that a few times, and then make that 4D a 3 for a couple. Alright, and then just repeat those initial 4 little riffs, 4 little progressions there, spots. Alright, repeat that a couple times, and then we cap it all off by just coming off to a big F minor. So F on the E, 3A and D, and 1 G, and just strum that out about 5 times. And then just move up to our F sharp suspended second with the 2, 4, 6 on the EAD. And then it even kind of carries it in just like a part by itself, strumming that. For the acoustic outro here, a little variance of kind of what the chorus is doing. We start with our same A suspended second and then add the C sharp to make it C sharp minor 7. Alright, and then from there we just take it to F sharp minor. So just bar the 2s, 4 on the A and D with the 2G. And then just down to a F chord at the 1E, 3, A and D, and 2G. Then at the very end, we just get some muffled single strums of, similar chorus stuff, but switches the end a little bit. We start with that same A suspended second to C sharp major 7 there. We just go back between those a couple times, and then we'll bring it up to that compounded D power chord at the 5, E and A, 7, D. Okay, down to the F sharp with the 2 and 4s. And just repeat that 2 times as well.